Hey, how are you doing? My name is Rudy Cest, or also known in Spanish as Israel Barragan. Beginning this tutorial, I must confess that I've been trying to make this tutorial in English several times because I was doing my tutorials usually only in a written form. Um, you can visit my blog. In my blog, I have another um, tutorials, but the thing is that in my blog I have tutorials only in Spanish. You can watch it right here. I have tutorials in Spanish, and I'm explaining the use of PDO with explaining PDO, and now also I will begin to making an application, but we're going to start from scratch. The first thing that we have to do is have our database ready in order to make our queries and also to get the results that we want. First, we must create a database, and we're going to use an example, a database that will be employees. Right here we are in PHP As you can see, we don't have any employee, only we have an empleado table, because I use this on my other tutorial here in Spanish. But in English, in order for create another environment for those English speakers, I would try to keep it in English as much as possible as I can. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a table. Okay, we have a table what we call employee. On this table we're going to create 4 columns. The 4 columns will be ID, name, email, and telephone number. Alright, so we create the number 4, then we just click and continue, and then we add the name, which we have ID, employee, then we have the name, and then we have the email, and then we have our telephone. Alright, and then we have to click here in our increment so that we can have a sequence in our records that we insert into this table. So we click our increment, and then we're gonna have an index that will be primary in order to make this a primary key. Then in name we're going to have a varchar. This varchar will be we're gonna give it 150. Maybe there are not names so long, but in order to avoid to have an exception, we're going to have 150 characters. Then we have the email. We don't have big emails, but we're going to do 85. And also we have a telephone number that will be a varchar. This also will be a varchar, and the telephone will be like 25, just in case, so that we have. Alright, we have everything ready. We're going to choose InnoDB as a storage motor, and we're gonna set this to UTF. This is in order to have something more general to use the. Alright, we have in general to have the collage. I think that's what you call in English. Alright, then we click save, and our table it's created. Now usually I can go here and make queries. I also like to go to the console to make queries because it's faster. Right now I have the data ready for to make the inserts. With a few changes we can create the insert of the data. Oh sorry, I clicked it. We can have the insert of our data right here. We're just going to change this for employee. Alright, we have the information ready. Alright, we select it, and then we're going to insert this data into our database. Alright, in case you're wondering the names, we have Dennis Ritchie, Ken Thompson, and Steve Jobs. If you're familiar with these names, you know what is the meaning of each of these names. Alright, we click continue and everything is ready. Okay, we have one row affected, and one row affected, and then we just go to employee and we see that we have our records right here. Or otherwise we can go here to the MySQL console and then we just make the query, but I think this will be faster. Alright, we have all the data ready. Now the main purpose of this tutorial is to extract the records with PHP. Alright, let's go to our file and we are going to explain more about this. We have this information. I'm going to copy this and put it right here. I'm gonna start from scratch so that you can watch everything working. Alright, okay, we create a PHP block and then we paste this right here. As you can see, we don't have the name selected. We're going to change this. Alright, 01 because I already created another one. Something important that we have here is that I have a file which I created, which name is connection simple PHP. This file have the information to connect to our database. We're going to open this file and we have it right here. Connection simple PHP. This file we create an instantiation of the class PDO. We send our data, which is host, the database, the user, and the password. Here, as you can see, we have the connection value, which will be null, just in case that we cannot connect to the database. We catch the exception, and then we have we show the message right here. All right. If you wanna have more information about what is the meaning of this block, I have it on my blog. There's an information, a little bit tutorial about explaining all of this. Right now we are just going to use it. We have a local host, which is what we are using right now with WAMP server right here, and also we have a user trainer which will have all the access and to employee. We also have another username toot212, and this will be the data. Just in case you're wondering how to create this user, just go to PHP. We go to, hold on, let me go to my table database right here. Then we go to privileges, and there in privileges we just create one user. Here we enter all the data with the necessary requirements or permissions that you would like to grant to the user. I already created the user, so I won't do it. So alright, it's the user right here. Okay, now we go right here and then we just go to the user, which is trainer toot, and this is a function that we are going to use. In the function return a connection object. Like I said, we instantiate it from here and then it returns here. If there's an error, the error message are show, and also a null object or data is returned. Okay, then we go to our page and then we use the function that we would have connect, and then we have our main query. If we use this query in our SQL, you will see that we are going to have all the records. We're going to fetch all the records right here. Okay, so we have again. Oh, sorry, I mistake. Develops. Oh crap. Alright, oh yeah, the database is tutorials. So my bad, sorry. Just tutorials, then we have here, and then we select everything from employee. Alright, and then we have our data. So this is the data that we are going to retrieve with PHP. Okay, now after this we are going to extract our data right here. Okay, the results will be result, and then we have equals, and then we are going to use the con, and then we're going to use the method query. Alright, and then we send the SQL data. After that we are going to have a PDO statement right here with result, and then we just assign that value to a variable. Right here we're going to have rows equals, since result is a PDO statement, we ask to give us the values, and then we fetch all. Okay, with PDO we can have here a function which is called only the first record, the first or next single record, or we can have all, and the result of this will be an associative array which we assign it to rows. Then we are going to speed up things a little bit here. We extract the records to rows, and then we're going to make look this nice and easy. Let me change to right here. Alright, I have everything here, then we finish. So we extract the records with rows. This, and this. Alright, let's try. Let's test this code. If there's a mistake, we're going to resolve it right here. So we are here, we have a record which is PHP 01, which is this, and that's the data that we are extracting. Then is Richie, Ken Thompson, and Steve Jobs. So that's how we are extracting. We echo or we print the data. Employee, line break, name, line break, email, line break, telephone, line name, and then a line, which is also like a line break when we show it right here. Alright, so that's how we show the beautifulness of this tutorial. Okay, now also we can make this look more beautiful. We can have this in a different form, and then we're just going to have this block of code, which I explained you a little bit later after I paste it here. Alright, I'm gonna have it right here and paste it. Alright, there are no mistakes, and then we're just going to replace here, we're going to replace with employee, replace all, and then replace this with name, replace all. We just change this to capital letter, just capitalize the letter, and then we just have change email. We have email for email, no problem, and then we just telephone to telephone, in English telephone. Alright, we replace all, and then we have everything ready with sharp. Alright, we're just going to test it. There we go. We have the data, into tables. The first table will be this table, which we show our results in a version here doc. Where is the version here doc? The version here doc is where we print our data in PHP, just in order to avoid writing in an inline way or data. Then we extract all the results, and there's something important here to notice. In our array we don't use the quotes, no quotes, okay? We don't have quotes here, we just use the data. And we start with this special symbol, less equal, or tag, and we just finish our tag right here. Remember that the tag must be at the beginning of the line, not with indentation or something. We must be at the beginning. And then we just go to another way that we usually use. This way is when we are working, maybe when you're trying to make some models and you create information and you put this into a function and then you print it in the file. Or you can have your full HTML page and then you embed the code right here for each of the rows. So the first one gets the records like this, and the other one gets the records like this. If you would like to get the files, I will get the files for you later. Actually, you can go to my blog, which is Behstand, behstand.com/blog/. You can get there and find the video, or if you're in YouTube, I'll leave you the email, my email. Well, my email is in the file right here. If you want to contact me, you can go to the beginning of the file. There's my name. By the way, I'm an engineer, and there's my email address, which you can get it. Alright, you can get my email address. You download the file. If you have any questions, we can resolve your problem about this tutorial. I'm going to continue doing more tutorials. The next part of the tutorial is to have results binding the parameters, which means that we're going to send information to our, like this form. We send information and then we get the result. And then we're going to explain in a part 2 or the next part of the video. And then after this video, we're going to have how to retrieve records, select them by the table, how to retrieve records in an application. Then we're going to show you how to retrieve records in an Ajax way in order to request data to the server using Ajax. And then we're going to create an interesting application with the time. If you have any questions, suggestions, you can make it do it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive more updates about incoming tutorials. We are going to have tutorials more of JavaScript, PHP, databases, SQL, Oracle, MySQL, whatever you need interested in and whatever the user requests. So this is Israel, ready, set, and leave your comments, and I'm ready to listen your information and your requests.